There are a lot of beings in here.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
They would be regal, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't think of themselves that way.
Mm-hmm. What do they look like?
Some of them are for you.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are for me.
Yes.
Hold on. Here we go. There is a hum coming from their bodies like a song,
Yes.
but they're not singing out loud. However, their presence, they resonate with each other, which creates a tangible, quiet beauty,
Mm-hmm.
which engulfs both you and I.
Very good. How many beings do you see?
The number isn't important.
Mm-hmm. What is the purpose of them being here today?
Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, here we go. It's joy that we are together, all of us. Can you hear me?
Yes. Put
Okay.
the microphone down a little bit more so I can hear you. Mm-hmm.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's joy, the harmony that happens is a particular gift of the person talking.
Mm-hmm.
She's letting you know she feels like crying. Tears are coming.
Mm-hmm. Allow those tears to flow. Allow that stress to just flow right out. Flow right out. Let it go.
It was the fear of not doing this correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fear of not being enough, letting it go. Well done. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like to thank all of these beings who are here to assist us today. And there's a lot of physical things that we wanted to work on today. Would they be willing and able to take us to the healing of these things?
If you will first allow this song,
Mm-hmm.
she calls it a song, to come through for you and she, or she and you. No order implied. Here we go. Thank you for being silent. We continue.
Very good. I'd like to start this session.
Hold on, please.
Mm-hmm.
This is important.
Thank you.
We will describe it
Okay.
so you have words.
Mm-hmm.
However, the underlying action is the important part.
Mm-hmm.
It fills her body and radiates through currently her chest and adjusts the vibration which affects the harmonies the healing you spoke about is this. Through her upper body and neck. Head, hips and feet. It has colors and relaxes her even deeper. Believe the words we are implanting in your Alba's consciousness. Her question: while this is happening, is about why can't she dance?
Mm-hmm.
And while this is happening, she is feeling flows of colors through her body, and that is the dancing.
Mm-hmm.
That is allowed. Hold on, there's more. There is always reciprocal healing for the person. Thank you for the sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Conducting the session, currently you, Alba.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. We dispense with words for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
She has a question
Mm-hmm.
not previously voiced about the energetic shakings in her body.
Mm-hmm.
Which are currently happening at a deeper level. The reason she was brought with you today is for the depth that you bring her to. So we could work with her without the chatter.
Mm-hmm.
And that work is happening.
Very good.
Please allow it more time. We wish to keep this work going, and the words distract. So thank you for the time. We continue.
Thank you.
We are continuing.
Thank you.
And continuing. Closer. And closer to being done. There will be more later. For now, this part is continuing on an underlying level. And let's see where we go next. Ready for your next steps, Alba?
Very good. Taking a deep breath and going deeper. Even deeper. To the origin of where all this began. To what the soul needs to present today. On the next breath, go deeper. Letting go of all obstacles. Allowing the soul to take you to that moment in time. As I count from 1 to 3, you will allow your soul to take you to the moment where all of this began. 1, 2, and 3. How does this all begin?
This is a plural,
Yes.
not just one person. Her lying in the bed. An aspect of you also.
Yes.
Flows from the very beginning. Flows of light. Not as you know it. Flows of richness. The word love is not complete here.
Why is that?
In love there is nurturance and support. This is not that.
Mm-hmm.
In love, there is adoration. This is not that. In love, there is creation. This is that. The creativity of birthing.
What is this energy, this
Being
flow?
birthed in song.
Mm-hmm.
Unknowing what will come of it, as all mothers and fathers don't know. However, doing it with hope, anticipation, excitement, adventure. That is the very definition of Tina's oldest daughter, Tona.
Mm-hmm. Is this also the definition of Tina?
Tina has no definition. Tina embodies that flow,
Mm-hmm.
allowing others to birth themselves.
Mm-hmm. Why has this flow been stopped twice in 2017 with the accidents?
There was no stopping, there was redirecting.
Mm-hmm. Would you describe this redirection? Why was that needed?
She knew this would happen. It is for you and others, Alba.
Mm-hmm.
This flow is directly from Source.
Mm-hmm.
And the sourcing enhances in its flow,
Mm-hmm.
as if the original burst of light is happening right now, without intervening worries or heavinesses or karmas. That original burst is for you, is for her, is for others, all others. You could say that the accident took her out of those bodily human existences back to and forward to these initial flow. Like you were saying, the bubble, the soap bubble, those very colors sparkling, flowing from us.
Mm-hmm.
Them, there is no them. It is us. We are with you.
Thank you. So if her flow was diverted, is she not meant to be in large groups of people? Is she not meant to walk and talk at the same time? What is the purpose of having diverted this flow and keep her from being and doing what she was doing before?
Do you know how fun your questions are, Alba? There is no keeping her from anything.
Mm-hmm.
She is part and particle, participant in all of that. She realizes in her beingness. She realizes all those goings on elsewhere. She doesn't need to be part of them.
Mm.
Understand, both of you. We speak like this slowly because the flows are the vital part of what is happening today.
Mm-hmm. Is this flow affecting her energy, her life force?
Different paradigm. It is in her physical body's highest good to be in her quiet mode, as she is actually not draining energy. She is one of there's not quite a word for it in human form. You could say facilitators of this initiating, creative flow. And it emanates from her soul body to others, not just humans, people. We come through with different frequencies of voice on purpose, as you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yes, I was going to ask you why
Be,
you
be,
switched.
because there is an immense aspect to what happens through her body, all her bodies.
Mm-hmm.
It is important, and we switch voices for both of you to know. There is a variety of vibrations that come through her because of the variety of receivers who need the different sorts of vibrations. she has. We cannot use the word consented because it is who she is. She is that original vibratory creating flow. As of course are all of you. However, even with life's happenings and previous lives, or concurrent, however you view it, lives happenings, the original creating flow comes with her, through her, cleanly for those around her, as she is and has always been of service, knowing there would be pains in the world. And she once did and still wants to be part of the cleaning and cleansing and uplifting forces.
So by her being quiet and still and away from other people, is she able to do that better?
Yes, and way beyond better.
This ability for her to do this, to move this creative energy to others, is it impacting her body? She seems to be hungry lately, hungrier than usual. Is this using up more energy?
Odd that she didn't realize it. As she is present for others, there is pain and consternation in the world. Yes, Tina, you do feel it. It isn't just yours. So yes, you have been needing more physical nourishment. And while it does put added what you call fat on your body, your primary reason for being here now is to support others. More than support, contribute to their creativity. As you like to call it, the uncreated creativity, which is in the act of becoming so it can create. So while you worry about it, let us go in and see if we can adjust something so that there is a balance in what goes in and what goes out.
Very good. Thank you for that.
She needs water. Hold on.
Is there a vibration that I could use to assist with this healing?
Your bowls are helpful.
Very good.
Please.
Thank you. Get it all out.
Okay, this is Tina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I am feeling bereft and
Mm-hmm. So I want you to
bereft.
follow that emotion. Notice where it is.
There's so much sadness.
Mm-hmm. Follow the sadness.
This is why she needed you today,
Mm-hmm.
because there was so much sadness that she wasn't willing to express any other way.
Mm-hmm. I want you to open up that heart and release that sadness. Get it out.
She thought she had to hold the sadness for others so they wouldn't hold it.
Release it. Let it go. It doesn't belong to you. You are not a reservoir of sadness. Open the dam and let it go. Release the sadness. And as you release the sadness, see the names and the faces of those whose sadness you have held on to. Bless them as you let go of their sadness. Thank them for the experience. Notice where all the sadness is being held.
She is learning now to release it as it comes through.
Very good. Ride the vibrations and release it. What's happening now?
More releasing.
Mm-hmm.
More blessings.
Mm-hmm.
And this song is for her.
As the sadness is released, what's happening to the body, the physical body?
Peace. Peacefulness is happening.
Very good. I'd like for you to focus on her voice and the reason why her voice is lost.
We laugh. She knows she is not to be among human beings for very long.
Mm-hmm.
She knows this. She actually appreciates it. Doing the normal day-to-day life things that human beings do is not for her at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Her being home and quiet with her beloved household and
Mm-hmm. Just
is
move the
for
mic a
her.
little bit so I can hear her.
Being home with her beloved household is for her because we need her. The world, Earth needs her. Yes, even you, Alba, as part of the Earth, need her to allow this undefinable, uncreated creativity. No, that word no longer works.
Mm-hmm.
The creating vibration of positivity and possibility. More than that, even. More than that. The possibilities and the creations of newnesses to come, unknown as yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, yes, while undefinable, it is still happening. And she is, the words part of that don't work.
Mm-hmm.
She is that. That is what works.
Yes.
And that is where she's at right now. She has placed herself there.
Yes. She's been told that she's going to be doing this for 100 years. How is that going to work with the aging process?
We are with her through this.
Mm-hmm.
Time is irrelevant. If it happens that her body holds up through these times and the tasks that she is part of, frankly, it is yet to be seen how that will unfold.
Mm-hmm.
The 100 years is a finite number that doesn't exist
Mm-hmm.
for either us or her. Her body does have a finite time on Earth, and it is as yet unwritten as to how long that will be. Actually, because she is part of those flows, eventualities are not yet written in stone.
Mm-hmm.
So her body isn't either. Letting go of the fears of, oh dear, what will happen? Look, I am forgetting. Those fears release, please, now. Here they go. Bye-bye.
My understanding is that there is no death, that there is only existence. In this body, Is she handling the flows differently when she's not in a body?
Ah, great question. She is in body at this particular time because these extra bursts of flows are are helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And she is part of that helpfulness. In body is important. It's so much more important because you all are the instruments of this change. We are all part and parcel of the same thing, of course, the universal one. And yet, the enactment of life is, especially on Earth and other places also, the enactment of life is extremely intricate and often painful. And she has never, ever wanted to be part of the pain. Although, of course, in human form, you do exacerbate others' pains. It happens. And she's in a place now where that is not really part of her existence or life.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, there's something else. Let me find it. Okay, this isn't me anymore. You are loved, so loved. You are so loved. And we are so excited at the work you do. Yes, of course, you know this is directed towards you, Alba, and the
Okay.
teachings you do,
Thank you.
and the openings and possibilities you create in your work. So, even as we say that to you, that girl, that child, that person, that human, that grandmother, that teen gets to know the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
In her life as teacher, she affected many with these flows. So, in a sense, she has already done that work. And now she's doing it in a different way. We love her so much. And yes, Tina, we are different than those who come through the stones with you and for you. And yet sometimes we do come through the stones. You know that. You are a great boon to the earth at this time
Who
in
are the
doing
ones?
little.
Who are the ones that come through the stones?
Aren't you fun? Isn't that fun to know? Well,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
we are the earth. We are the very earth embodied in the stones.
Mm-hmm.
We are fractals and particles of the earth. And we take on, when we wish, earthly aspects of earthly bodies to help Tina and other who use the stones in this particular way,
Mm-hmm.
to help those who come to her heal and understand more about who they are. We are the earth, and we are beings of the earth who understand earth life and human life in a way that humans don't. So we are able to take Tina and others who work with the stones in the same way. We cannot say through the stones because we are the stones. We
Mm-hmm.
are able to take Tina into aspects of those people to show them as Tina feels it and voices it, so they both feel and hear aspects of them that they might not recognize, might
Mm-hmm.
want to have hidden, and are now ready to see and hear and understand and move forward. There is a beauty in the stones that part of the process is to take them out of earthly realm and take them into that realm called the Eo, which she calls the uncreated creativity, which we call the blasting into, mm, today we will call it the blasting into heavenly beingness.
Mm-hmm.
So they are relieved of their, for that time, of their earthly concerns, their karmas, their entanglements, their worries. And they are, for that time, in this process of the stones, which process of doing the stones. So they are relieved at that time of those concerns, and they embody, even out of body. They, it's an ironic turn of phrase because they are not in body when they are in that place in the Eo, but they embody that beautiful part of themselves, that full part of themselves, that whole, that healed, that creative, that bursting with life part of themselves. So for not only listening and understanding and feeling who they are when in earthly body, they also feel and see and exist in that place where they are not of the earthly worries. They are in their whole selves for that brief time, and which is, of course, when we are here, it is not brief because there is no time here. It is full and of beauty. And for that full and in beauty time, they are their whole selves, themselves, their beautiful selves. And then she, when doing the stones, brings them back into earth. They are transformed and changed. Some of them allow themselves to keep the change. Some of them might want some of the change and might not want all of it. Each person has their own way of accepting it, and yet they are lighter,
I see.
they are freer, and they have both understood in their mental capacity and their physical beingness and their energetic body and their spiritual love and hope for being their whole selves. They are in a different space.
I see.
Mhm.
Is she going to be, should I say, graduating beyond those stones into another healing capacity with higher levels of being that are not of the earth?
Well, she has already done that.
Mm-hmm.
She is already doing that.
Yes.
The stones have taken her to that place already,
Okay.
and we appreciate her trust in us and listening to us when we asked her to go with us into other aspects. Your work, Alba, and your teaching and your partner's teaching has helped her do that, and her own beingness helps her to do that. The work she has done with her, one of her teachers, her scout being, has helped her do this, and yes, and yet, she is more than all of that.
Very good. She questions herself whether she's being lazy. She wants to do so much, and yet she just spends time doing other things.
Well, she thinks she is spending time doing nothingnesses,
Mm-hmm.
while actually it occupies that brain of hers. Yes, we laugh at this. It occupies that brain of hers so that these flows flow these flows flow freely through her body, re-energizing her body at those times. And frankly, it is highly, we are laughing because she was so worried. Those times when she thinks she is doing nothing, it is highly beneficial.
Hmm.
because there is nothing in the way in her thought processes or the worries or actually the fears she takes on, as she has indeed taken on others' fears and pains during the day, that isn't happening during this time, and we can work with her in her physical body so she is actually more able to continue this work that she loves so much. And she will notice, we want her to notice that in those times, there is no hunger involved.
Yes. So she is being distracted on purpose so that she can flow better.
It is such a delight.
But when she is not being distracted, when she is not doing these activities, she still takes on the sadness, the anxiousness of those that she loves so much.
And they love her for it. She
Mm-hmm.
fears that they forget her. There is no way, even though she is far away, that any of them, including the grandchildren, forget her for it. She fears that the grandchildren and their children will forget her, and that is impossible. Her presence is, yes, it is, Tina. Her presence is like the sunshine, and people relax and warm in it and adore it, appreciate her without even knowing that's what they are doing. Not that they flock or gravitate towards her. They even know when she's thinking of them because they feel the warmth. And Tina, and here we switch voices because we want her to know. And Tina, that will happen throughout your lifetime on Earth and even beyond. So that part of your even beyond being in the body will affect and support your lineage, your downline, your people in your family. So you have no worries there. We want you to know how important you are. We want you to know how important you are in their lives. They know you are there supporting them always. No fears about that.
She mentioned something to me when we first were talking about when she first left home. She cried and cried and cried. Whose sadness was she feeling at that time when she was so young?
Good question. All her life, she had been spending taking care of her mother, even as an infant. All of a sudden, she was not taking care of her mother or her grandmother, for she did the same for her. And it took away, so to speak, an anchor for her. She had no idea who she was at that point. Was she releasing other people's pains? She had no idea who she was, what life was about. She had no idea how to interact with life, how to study, she had no idea how to interact with life. This comes indeed from not just this lifetime, because she was released from being daughter, although she was still daughter for many years. She was released from being that daughter and that granddaughter and taking care of them, so to speak. And then she was released into the world with no understanding, zero, of how to interact. And yes, Tina, this came from lifetimes of not understanding. No need to go into those various lifetimes. You have done that enough already. You simply did not know what to do as a human person walking on the earth. So, tears, you were scared. You were shocked. You were shocked.
At that time, was she in fact uncreated creativity?
That works.
Mm-hmm.
And slowly she began to build an understanding of life, even through all the ordinary things that people do: loving, living, exploring, giving birth, being mother, learning how to live on the earth, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And those people who gave her pains were indeed her friends, of course, out here. But they gave her experiences which she could react against and thus learn her earthly boundaries and earthly ways of being and how to be, which is why they're all friends now.
I see. They were the teachers at that time.
Yes, unpleasant as it was, they were
Mm-hmm.
indeed, and she still has some, and now she's becoming teachers for them, which
Mm-hmm.
is a good turnaround.
Is there anything that she is holding from any of these teachers that needs to be let go now? Any forgiveness?
Looking. No,
Very good.
she has done that.
Very good. Very good. So she tells me that she has a lot of support from Mother Mary, from Archangel Michael and Saint Germaine. What is their role in this session today?
You are such a sweet person with your question. Here is Mother Mary.
Thank you.
Dear heart, you are my heart and you know it. Dear heart, you are my heart and you feel it. Dear heart, we are together. Dear heart, we are one. You are my light in physical body. Part of that is the blue that you love to wear, as I loved, and as I emanate. Part of that is me, is you. You are my sweetness. And you know I am with you always. But more than that, I am in you. I am yours. We are one. And we sing together. Thank you.
Thank you. How does Archangel Michael assist?
Oh boy. I bring my sword to you. There is so much for you to cut through. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not just my sword, it is my strength. Because sometimes you think you need to be weak so others can be strong, and that's not true. Sometimes you think you need to be overbearing so others can be put in their place, and that is not true. Your gentleness is your strength, because I always have your back, and your front, and your feet, your top and your bottom. I am always with you, as I am always with Mary. Yes, of course, I am always with others too. However, I am yours. That lamppost that you need to lean on when you can't find something else. The chair you need to sit on. The strength to stand up when the pain is so great. Remember, I am here. That's strength. Because the flows and beauty you bring through are what we are here for, and to support others. I am here. Thank you.
Thank you. I have a question from Michael. Is there any area of weakness that Tina should be focused on that you can assist her with?
Her doubt is her only weakness at this point.
What would you say about that?
Keep doing the stones, Tina. They show you. We are with you. We end the stones. We end the earth. You have been part of the stones. Interesting phrase. Fascinating process. Great situation. Phenomenal, phenomenal process. Practice. You have been one with the stones since the beginning.
Very good. Thank you very much. Does Saint Germaine have anything to say to Tina today?
It's quite the intuitive that is the one who steps forward now. We are such friends. While Mary brings blue, I bring purple, that purple flame. That in your current physical lifetime, you flicker out in and out of remembering. And yet we have danced together often. In, yes, other physical incarnations and non-physical, non-incarnations. We have danced together often. I am your, you could say, buddy. The purple flame is our heart together. Yes, I am today going to call you my pal, my buddy, my bicycle friend, my climbing mountain friend. We have done many things together, and we will continue. And I am here with you also. We are quite a team, your Mother Mary, our Saint Germaine, yet our Michael. And there are others whom you call archangels with us. There are others. Gabriel, of course, is with you. Alba, you did not know that Tina first named her son Gabriel. And that name was changed because the grandfather wished it. However, that was the first name, along with Joshua. We are here with you. Tina, you have a range of what you call archangels. You have a heavenly, well, we could call them choir, for they sing. It is almost like a picket fence of archangels with you.
That's quite impressive.
It is great. Sometimes it is great fun. However, it is a great, more than support, power. It is a great power that is needed and important at this time, those flows that flow through you. And this is another reason why she is with you today, Alba, because those great flows will be coming through in a more powerful way, and we want her to allow them. They often come through without words. We are grateful that her group of women on Sundays appreciates the time when there are not words spoken. There is great power together through her on and in and with the earth at this time.
Why so many flows at this time? What's happening at this time that the flows are so strong?
You very well know that the Earth is in a changing time. The Earth and the cosmos are going through a changing time. And the forces against them are holding on very tightly. We wish them to release their grips. And it is not just the flows.
What else is there?
It is the radiating of, well, words are lost here. It is the radiating of the light, of the lightness of being that will allow them to realize that their grip is unnecessary. Allow them to realize in some aspect of those who hold on tightly and to the old greed, among other things, allows them to realize that there is no need to hold on to the old, and that the flows, and not just the flows, today we will call it the lightness of being that comes through her with all of us.
So it's all of the team that are doing this together.
Oh, yes.
How many others are like Tina out there that represent these flows, this lightness of being?
Well, they are each individual. So you could say they are like her, however, each is different in their individuality. We want you to understand that. Each is different. And how many others are doing this sort of akin to this work? Just a second. There are multitudes, of course. However, they don't all listen, and many stay in doubt and therefore do not embody the fullness of their possibilities. So while we acknowledge many others out there, at this time today we are focused on this being on this bed with you, Alba.
So she's walking her talk, so to speak. She does the work.
She does it, as you would say, in spades.
Wonderful.
Just a minute, please, while we allow her to absorb that. Here we go. Almost there. Closer. Well done. Thank you.
Very good. Is there any other blockage in her flow throughout her body?
She had a question that she forgot to ask. A few months ago, she was hit with a spike of love, which may sound odd, however, it was true. She was hit with a spike of intense human love for another human being, not in her immediate family. And she has done a great job of allowing that to permeate her beingness and incorporate the love. However, the spike itself of intense love for another human person. She wondered why that was why that happened. And we will tell her now. That happened to you, Tina, because you are that intense love. That is you. And we wanted you to feel how others perhaps feel you in their lifetimes, and why others don't leave you, even when they are, yes, divorced or separated or whatever. You did not know, Tina, that that is how you affect others. Yes, this is a surprise to you. We wanted you to know that. And that human being who you experienced that stabbing love for has always loved you and will always love you. And you will always be part of his life in some way or another. No fears or worries. But that's what we are telling you today. We wanted you to know that. That is you.
Wonderful. Is there anything else that you want to work with Tina on today or tell her any message?
Let's look. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
She has a connection to the mountains. She feels their love as she is feeling it now. So we will allow that to happen. Please give us time.
Thank you.
And here are the words that happen even while that is happening. The mountains around your living space, around what you call the Bay Area, love you and know you are there. Interesting that you actually don't have to go to them. They are aware of you as you are aware of them, and they are part of your work. They are part of the support of you as you allow yourselves to be in this flow, what you call work. Work is an odd word. We will use it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we will allow you to feel each of those mountains. Here we go. Mount Diablo, Mount Tamalpais, Mount Umanum, Fremont Peak, Mount Shasta, Mount St. Helens, Mount Everest, the Sierras, the Apus in the South American continent, the Alps in the European continent, the Tibetan mountains, even Uluru. Oh. Yes, Tina, that is you. Yes, Earthlings, that is all of you. Yes.
Do all of the mountains have a message for her besides allowing her to feel them?
We are giving it to her now.
Wonderful.
So, our message, not from the mountains, but from us who work with the flows, is Tina, you are worried about gaining those extra pounds and you worry about your appearance. First of all, no worries. Understand that people feel you when you are in their presence. If you were to think of your own Nana, Sal's mother, her visage is not what was important to people. It was her beingness, as is yours. And yes, your weight will and does fluctuate, and it will go down, and perhaps will go up. We ask you to release the worry on it. Because your physical body is working through these flows. You are doing a huge amount of work, so to speak. Huger even than the word huge. However, allow your body to do what it needs to do to encompass and accomplish this. We love you, and we love that physical body of yours, as do others, as does your husband so vociferously. So enjoy. Just enjoy. Just enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is there anything else that you would like to express today, or do you
Well,
feel
you
that?
know how much we appreciate you, Alba.
Thank you.
You know already. And yes, we will say it again. Job well done.
Thank you very much. My pleasure. Anything else?
No,
Or are we complete?
we are good.
Very good. Thank you with that. I'd like for you now to disconnect from all of those energies.
Wait, Tina had one more question about money.
All right.
She says she spends too much money. And we say to her, no, you don't. As always in your life, your money has come to you when you needed it and need it. And it will do so now. And yes, you will continue to have clients. Do not worry about the number of clients who come to you. Do not even think that you need to do that manifesting sort of stuff to gather and claim more clients, because it is not your time for that at this point. Perhaps another time you will be able to find someone who will take you as deep as Alba, and perhaps even another time to have fun with Alba in this sort of a way. However, monies are not worries, as you have known. So banish that. Thank you. We are done.
Very good. So with that now, let's formally disconnect from those energies. I want to thank them all for assisting. All of the beings of light, Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, and Saint Germaine for their words of wisdoms and confirmations. And I'd like for you to begin to come back into this body. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. With each number, you'll be waking up more and more. When I get to number 5, you'll open your eyes with complete control of your mind and your body. Your eyes. 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi. How was that for you?
It was phenomenal.
Yeah?
Completely unexpected.
Tell me about it.
I didn't press this okay that it was recorded.
That's all right. That's all right. So how fast was this for you?
I have no idea. Time is not. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a good amount of time.
Yeah, it sure is.
From the beginning that you put me down under, is that it?
As soon as you started talking.
Okay.
Yeah. So you feel you got what you needed today?
Oh yeah.
I think you got all your questions answered.
All of them, actually.
Plus more.
Uh-huh.
Plus all the ones you forgot to tell me about.
Yes, it is. Yes, indeed.
And another question.
Question. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had them. They had
Pretty
me.
good.
That was
Pretty
phenomenal. That was phenomenal.
Good. How did it feel to have those energies coming through? It seemed like you had a whole party there.
I do. It's the energies that come through when I do stones. Or when I'm in water. It happens when I'm in water.
Nice.
And the stone. So it's the energies, and it was so that was part and parcel of what I do. Is it more? It was a deeper understanding of them.
Nice.
And it's what happens, yeah.
How did it feel to feel all the mountains?
Oh, I didn't know. I have a connection with them. We call
What
them
happened
Apples.
with Mount St. Helens? It seems like that one's was that one? Was it Mount St. Helens?
That exploded several years ago. Yeah.
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 So did you feel something from that? Was it a a healing or a shattered type of a feeling?
It was a brotherhood, so to speak.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
what it was, a brother. It was a, we could call it sisterhood. Um, it was a kinship, is what it is. It is a,
Nice.
we are family. How's that? That's
Nice.
what it is. Yeah.
Nice. So, do you want to keep this private or do you want to share this with people?
You know what? I was thinking yes before I started, but I have no idea. Do you have any idea?
It's up to you. I mean, this is something that, I mean, it was for you, but I don't know if anybody would get anything from it. I mean, you could think about it for a little bit and see if it's this. I mean, it was a channeling. It wasn't a hypnosis session. It was basically a channeling for you, you know?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't, I don't know if it might be. I have no idea. If you want to share it, I would say we could do that. Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I always thought that that would be a good thing to do. It was really more for the interior of me, but they
Yeah.
all are, aren't they?
Well, the thing about the weight is really interesting because I know that a lot of people ask that question that they are. My alarms are going off. I don't know if you can hear them.
I can hear him.
You can hear them. So it seems that the fluctuation of the eating is not something that you should really think about. It's going to come and go.
So I would say yes, whatever part of it you want to
I think
share, that
all
would
of
be
it is
great.
fine. I think all of it
Okay.
is fine. There's nothing
And
in there unless you don't want to share anything about your family or anything like that. I don't think there was anything there that bad.
let me hear it first because, family is family, right?
Exactly, exactly. Um, what do you want to call it? Uncreated creativity?
That's wonderful. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Okay, sounds good. It 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 makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, yes. When you take things to the EO,
Mm-hmm.
there is a decomposition from earth. You go from earth, air, fire, water. There's a decomposition, and you're in the EO. And there is no words for what the EO is.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the words that came to me is where you're at. Yes.
Wonderful. So, if we're going to share this, do you want to tell everybody who you are and what you do for the world? Maybe they can contact you.
Sure. I'm Tina Solinas. We have a website. It is leapwithlight.com/Tina. So Leap with Light is our business, and /Tina gets you to my page
And
because
what
I'm
do you
one of the
do?
4 teachers.
And what do you do? What do you teach?
I do I teach energy work. I do hypnosis. I do the kind of hypnosis that no one can do the kind of hypnosis that Alma does. However, I do hypnosis that helps people hear their soul,
Mm-hmm.
work with their soul for healing. It is a phenomenal job, phenomenal work, and I'm honored to do it. And I
Mm-hmm.
do the stones. The stones bring healing, they bring understanding, they bring depth of feeling. And I do healing too with individuals.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, yeah, Tina was part of a class with Antonio Sanjo and myself. I was part of that class at that time. And she has not only done introspective hypnosis, but also past life therapy, which is the next level beyond, which is like
Phenomenal work.
surgery for your soul, is
It
what I call
is
it.
absolutely surgery for your soul.
Yeah,
And people leave my sessions being very opened.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, wonderful.
So I encourage you to contact Tina for a session, and if you want a session with me, just go to my website albaweinman.com. You have to register for my mailing list. That's what Tina has done. It took you a little bit to get there. And when it's your time, it's your time. And every month I send out a newsletter with a calendar and very few sessions each month. But if it's your time, it's all divine timing. So you'll get a session with me. So thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure doing this session. It was not I didn't say much except for ringing my bowls. So I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you very much. Bye.